What is like, yeah. So it's the stream is live now.
Okay.
Yeah. So am I audible and visible properly?
Yeah, yes, yes, yes.
Okay,
I
sure.
just keep my glasses only for when I need them. Otherwise,
Yeah. Anything that is comfortable with you guys. Is fine.
actually, I need them for close reading only. But
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. No worries. I'll read out the questions in comments from the comment box.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we can start now.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, yes. Very good evening to everyone present here and who'll be joining us in the next hour. Today, I am in conversation with Anupama, and the topic for today is festivals and diabetes. And before we start, I would just like to point out please join all of our social media handles, our Facebook group, our various WhatsApp groups, and do follow us on Instagram to stay connected and up to date with all of the coming beautiful workshops and events that we're going to conduct both online and offline, and also our coffee catch-ups and our runs as well. So without further ado, I would like to invite Anupama to introduce herself.
Hi, Ashlesha.
Hello.
Hi, it's nice to be here today to talk to everyone. My name is Anupama Puranik, and I've been managing my son's type 1 diabetes now for 2.5 years, almost 3 years. He is 19. He was 19 when it was diagnosed. His name is Devashish. He's not yet on this group, but I am here since almost the beginning of the diagnosis. So yeah, it's been our journey for 3 years now, and he's learned to manage quite a lot of things on his own now. And yeah, every day we learn something new about it, and we are getting on. We are getting better and better every day, I would say. Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So today's topic is about festivals and diabetes. I mean, I think we all kind of struggle, especially if we are newly diagnosed, be it newly diagnosed or a person who has been living with diabetes for quite a time. I personally have struggled with my eating habits and food habits a lot. And especially, I think it's just a very testing time when festivals are upon us, be it like Ganpati, be it like Padwa, Diwali. I mean, Diwali is like the biggest festival of them all, and you have so many food options available everywhere around you. There's junk food, there are sweets, loads and loads of sweet. I mean, homemade, store bought, packaged, like everything. So, what I would like to know, Anupama, is how was your son diagnosed, and how has your journey been throughout it all?
Right. So, like I said, 3 years back, initially he told me that he was feeling a lot of thirst, very thirsty he used to get,
Yeah.
and also frequent urination. At night, he had to get up like 3 or 4 times and go. Then, when he was out with friends, he had to go to public toilets, and the thirst was like unending. He used to drink bottles and bottles of water, but it used to not quench his thirst at all. And he was also getting very angry, like he was having terrible mood swings at that time. So first of all, I did not think that it would be anything serious. I just thought that maybe he is not drinking water on time, so later on he's feeling very thirsty. But then one day it got really bad. He came home uh, in a rush, and he had a bit of stomach ache also. So I said, no, tomorrow we will go to the doctor, and we'll get it checked. You will get you checked, whatever it is. And that night, just casually, I got onto Google. Like all of us are nowadays, we are constantly looking into Google for anything and everything. So I
Yeah.
put his symptoms in Google, and the first thing that I saw was that these are signs of type 1 diabetes. So I was shocked, and completely tensed up, because the next day we were going to a doctor. As soon as we went, I told the doctor what was happening. Devashish also spoke, and immediately the doctor said that I think we should get his thyroid tested and also his sugar tested.
Okay.
So first these two tests happened, and then the sugars came out very high. The fasting was very high. The post lunch was also high. So the doctor wanted to be sure that what he's diagnosing. So he said 1 week we will keep him on a diet, strict diet, no very low carbs, no sugar, nothing absolutely, and let him exercise also regularly for 8 days, and then we'll do the tests again. So the test happened again. Again, the same reports came, almost similar levels of sugar. And they got his thyroid also tested at the same time. So thyroid was okay. Then the doctor said, I suspect it is type 1 diabetes, but now I will suggest you get him hospitalized for 3 to 4 days because we
Mm.
need to do further tests.
Yeah.
All the C peptide and islets and all the other tests that are required to be done. So we got hospitalized at Dinanath Mangeshkar in Pune, and all the tests were done, and it was diagnosed. It was confirmed that it was type 1 diabetes for him.
Okay.
He was having his Christmas holiday break at that time,
Mm-hmm.
college. So he had a lot of plans for the break. He was going to go
Yeah.
out with friends and do whatever, but everything had to be cancelled. He had to stay in hospital for 4 days. Then after that, when he came home, I was very anxious. Obviously now, like what is going to happen? How am I going to handle all his? How I didn't know how the sugars go up and down. Like what causes it or nothing. I knew absolutely nothing, but yeah, he somehow we just got through it. That period was really tough, but we got through it slowly, slowly, and he had to. Luckily, at that time there was no college. He didn't have to go to college. Everything was from home because there was still the lockdown, all the lockdown,
Oh,
restrictions.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. COVID time. Yeah, right.
still on. Yeah, COVID had like just gone, and but the lockdown restrictions are still on. People, students were
Mm.
still doing everything from home. So he got his first 1.5 year. He could study from home. He didn't have to go to college. So that 1.5 year turned out to be very useful because then we got used to the whole situation,
Mm.
and we started not getting so tensed up about everything and so anxious about everything. He also learned how to manage, how to when to take his insulin, how to take his insulin, and how to balance everything. And after 1.5 years, he was ready to take everything with him to college and go. So yeah, it helped. That 1.5 year of lockdown was the COVID. The confinement was good actually.
Yeah, I think it came as a blessing for you guys because I mean, you got a pretty substantial time to get used to this new
Yes,
change in your life, right? For
yes,
him personally and you guys as a family as well to cope
yes.
up with it.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
has always been very bold about everything and very brave, very brave about everything. He's never afraid of any of whatever is happening. I am the one who is constantly fretting. You know how it is with moms, like maybe
Yeah.
your you have experienced it with your mom also. So but I'm also getting better now. in my Because he has so much confidence, it is giving me confidence also.
Yeah.
So things are getting better. We are managing it better every day. Now for festivals, before festivals, I would like to say when he was diagnosed, the first challenge was the mango season because
Oh, yes.
yeah, his diagnosis happened in January, and the next few months we were expecting the mango season. So my first challenge was how am I going to like stop him from eating the usual amount of mangoes. You know how we are now when mango season are like
Yeah.
everything around the Alfonso mango. But I don't know, somehow we managed that also. And one day at a time. My strategy was one day at a time. I'm not going to think too much, into the future or what is going to happen and get all anxious about everything. Take one day at a time, manage that day well, and then we'll see about tomorrow. So
Yeah.
that worked. That worked.
Actually, I think I mean, if you look at food, there's always this emotional conflict going on. You know, you do want to eat it, you know, this is high carb, it's gonna get your sugars up, but you also feel like, you know, I'm just gonna eat it this once and then, you know, ठीक है, like, it's okay to have it once in a while. So that
Correct.
emotional conflict kind of like screws us up somewhere, you know, as the patients and the caregivers as well.
Correct. Yeah, it's a very what do you call it? Balancing act, complete
Yeah.
balancing act. You have to take care of his emotions also, of the
Hmm.
person's emotions also,
Yeah.
and how he's feeling about everything also. And at the same time, you have to feel see that physically it's okay for him to eat certain things, but his mood and whether he's feeling happy or not, all that has to be. So it's a complete, a constant balancing act chalta rehta hai.
Yeah, actually. Yes. So,
Yes.
tell me, how have your food habits or your habits in general changed after Devashish was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes? I mean, I'm pretty sure your life before that, or your eating habits as a family, his personal, would definitely have changed, right?
Yes, yes, definitely. I hardly have any shop bought snacks at home now. My cupboards are practically, all everything, all raw material in my home now. I don't
Yeah.
have much shop bought, no chips, wafers, nothing like, you can just quickly reach out and, eat something. And I don't have any kind of that stuff now. It's very, my cupboards are like very healthy, I would say. Yeah, but I have very healthy cupboards now in my kitchen now. It's all mostly I have to cook a lot of snacks I cook at home.
Okay.
I make some chuda at home for myself and my husband, like that is also roasted kind. Devashi does not eat that also.
Okay.
Sometimes I order a few snacks from him online, some low carb stuff that is okay for him to have once in a while. So
Okay.
I have found out a few brands that are doing good stuff. They are low carb. They are not absolutely no carb, but they are less harmless.
Okay.
So we do that for him. But mostly, yeah, I do a lot of cooking at home now. Uh, and he eats a lot of protein. So
Okay.
paneer and tofu and chicken are our
Hmm.
top priorities. Even for
Okay.
evening snack, sometimes he has a plate of chicken. He likes
Okay.
chicken a lot.
Hmm.
So that helps him. That works for him a lot. Yeah, and
Okay.
both of us also, my husband and I, and we also, automatically we stopped eating whatever we were eating initially. So I lost a few kgs of weight, which was absolutely necessary. And yeah, we were already exercising a lot. Both of us do a lot of walking, and we have a exercise group. So we got into that even more now, focusing more on the better things that we should be doing. And it's helped us. Yeah, it's definitely a healthier lifestyle that we are following because of Devashi's diet.
Yeah.
But we do have the occasional treat.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, all three of us go out sometimes, and then
Hmm.
yeah, we have fun that day. So that is a very essential day for all of us.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, even I think if there's someone being diagnosed in your family, it gives like a whole clear picture to everyone, you know, even if you have diabetes or you don't, it just gives you like a clear picture of what your life should be or how you should lead
Yes.
an active lifestyle. Because even I remember when I was newly diagnosed, and I still love sweets. I still do. Like I said, I have this like bittersweet relationship with my food. So the first thing my mom did was throwing out all of the white sugars. So like she
Ah,
used to replace it with jaggery, stevia powder, or sugar-free powders and stuff like that, you know. So the
yeah,
first few years, she used to make two types of sweets at home. One was like with regular sugar, jaggery for everyone else, and I used to get the special, you know, sugar made with sugar-free powder instead of sugar, less in lesser quantity, and of course, the quantity of sugar or stevia powder or the sugar-free powder in it would also be less. So
controlled.
yeah, that
Yes.
was a hassle for her because she had to prepare, you know, the same item twice or three times, you know, at a time. So yeah, she tried helping in her way, you know, whatever she knew, or uh, any way that she could educate herself or try to help me,
Hmm.
ease up things for me a bit, and that was, I think, the best part was like helping me in managing my diabetes by making sure that, my food is healthy, or it contains less amounts of carbs or sugars in general. And the other thing was, of course, monitoring, because, I was a kid, and I used to hate pricking my fingers. I used to
I'm
absolutely hate
sure.
it. I used to cry
I'm sure.
so much. And
Yeah.
then, she used to like wait up with me at night if, I had to check my sugars, or early mornings. Used to make sure that I have my 4 or 5 tiffins to school when I used to
Oh
go.
yes. Oh
All
yes.
healthy snacks options and everything. I was not allowed to eat in the canteen at all.
Correct. Correct.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a full-time job. Just taking care that you have enough food, the all the correct kind of food at home, cooked always. Yeah, it takes a lot of effort, and I can appreciate what your mom has done. Totally.
Yes, I think yes, a big thing, because I think it changes you as a family as well. And if everyone does their part, whatever little of it is that they do, if they do help, it becomes easier for everyone else.
Correct. Yes.
Instead of just burdening a single person, or the person who is diagnosed, and okay, single caretaker, it's better if you participate whole as a family in this whole journey together.
Yes, yes. That's why we just eat, all three of us eat the same meals every day. There's nothing different for us, the two of us, I think, and so it gets easier that way.
Mhm.
Just cook the same thing for everyone, and it's very healthy. So
Yeah.
it's good for everybody. Yes. And now, if you say for festivals, no, they are definitely a challenge. Definitely, I will not deny that at all.
Yeah.
But what I do for festivals is I do make like Diwali faral. You have to make few
Yeah.
chakli, laddu, whatever. All the Maharashtrian homes that we do, the same things. I have tried to. Last year, I made laddus for Devashish, which were separate from the normal ones. I used a lot of whole wheat flour, and I added this thing stevia in that. And I made the slices also pretty small, like one laddu. The shop bought laddus are like huge.
Yeah,
So
huge ones.
yeah, so the ones I made were like probably three laddus. The will make the size of one laddu. The really
Okay.
small ones. So even if you pop one into your mouth, it is not going to spike you too much. I
Yeah.
would, and that gave him a good satisfaction also, like of eating, having eaten something nice.
Yeah.
So and you use good quality ingredients at home, so it makes a big difference. So I tend to make everything in smaller sizes. That's
Hmm.
my new trick that I have tried out. And
Yeah.
everything is roasted. Chakli, of course, I cannot roast or anything. I make a little few of them fried. But
Hmm.
chiuda, if I make chiuda, I make sure this year I have a new treat. I have got some sprouted flakes from some online store that I found. This year I'm
Okay.
going to try and make chiuda from millet sprouts.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Because I can't use poha
Yeah.
for tea. I'm going to
Hmm.
try it this way. Now let's see how it turns out. I will post about it on our Diabetes Network
Yes,
India.
I was just going to say, definitely please post all of your stories, healthy recipes, and also
Yeah,
the links of the snacks that you shared, that you have found good and are low carb, or pretty healthy compared to all the packaged goods that we get. Also, do share those
yeah,
links.
yeah. There are some good people doing some good product manufacturing nowadays. It's become like everybody's so aware of this now that
Yeah.
you get quite a few options if you are looking into it. And then if you're on Instagram and you search for this, you tend to get more and more advertisements of the same
Yeah, yeah, the algorithm works like that. Yeah, and I
Ah,
think after COVID, everyone kind of got this like reality check, and everyone has tried to, lead a healthy and active lifestyle, eat healthy food, try to
hmm,
cut back on the junk or carbs. So I've seen
correct.
that a lot. Yeah,
Yeah. So today morning, I asked Devashish also, like I asked him, give me your inputs about this because I am going to talk as a second person. You are the one
yeah,
who actually experiences everything. So do you have any tips on how you manage your festivals? So what he told me is like you can say that if you want to eat sweets, you avoid everything else that day on that meal in that meal.
Yeah.
Like, have some of the sweets and then don't eat chapati, don't eat rice, forget all the other stuff. Just
Yeah.
have some of the favorite sweets so that you feel like you have eaten something nice that day. And secondly, he said, don't try to overcorrect your sugar levels. Like sometimes,
Hmm.
it has happened with him. He took a larger amount of insulin because he was going to eat something, and then sugar dropped. Like, it
Oh,
was
yeah.
so much insulin was not necessary. So he has learned from his mistake that it's not necessary always to take a very large amount. He says it's better you check after 2 hours exact, and then you take a small correction dose. But initially, don't just go ahead and take a large dose of insulin.
Yeah.
That is what he was telling me. So I said, okay, I'll share this
Yeah,
with
because
everyone.
this has happened, like even I want to eat, say two gulab jamun at a time, and I'm scared that it's gonna go up. So of course I take 10 units, 12 units, and then I'm waking up in the middle of the night with a hypo. Then you're nursing that, and of course your fasting again goes up. So it's just like
Yeah.
a vicious
Yeah,
cycle.
vicious cycle. Correct, correct. So he was saying that please tell everyone that it's better that you check yourself. And he uses a CGM. The CGM works
Oh.
well, particularly when he is for festivals, and
Hmm.
secondly when he's traveling, because he does a lot of bike riding, long
Okay.
distance bike riding. So he
Hmm.
wears his CGM. Definitely wears his CGM on such time at such times. It makes so much easier, no, to check
Yeah.
all the time, because otherwise you
Actually.
have to prick your finger and do it. So the
Yeah.
CGM, the sensor works best for him on such days.
Yeah. It's
When he
very
goes,
convenient.
yeah,
Yeah, even I think I do similar, some sort of similar things. Like you said, portion, you try to manage the portion. I think that works the best because,
mm,
like you said, it's a balancing act. You feel like, yes, you're eating something, you feel happy about it, and also you're happy that your sugars are not gonna just
huh,
go up, because you're eating within your limits, like within a
correct,
certain portion that works for your body, works with your insulin dose, whatever you're taking currently, and also
yes,
like you feel full, you feel good, like your soul is happy that
huh,
you've enjoyed your festivals correctly with everyone else, without feeling sad or left out, and
yes,
also like your sugars are maintained, well maintained. So I think it's a win-win situation overall. Yeah.
yes,
And the second thing also, like your son suggested, skip all other carbs if you're going to have sweets. I do the same thing. So if I'm going to have sweets, I make sure I'm not eating rice at all the whole
mm,
day.
mm,
Rice, poha, rava,
mm,
that sort of things. So you're having one food and then you're skipping the other. So it somewhere automatically balances out your diet and your sugars as well, at least for
yes,
that particular day.
yes, yes, that works for him very well, he said. And I was just thinking, other things that you were asking what else. I get very good ice cream. Like
Hmm.
nowadays, you get very good sugar-free ice cream. So I keep that at home sometimes. So it's a nice occasional treat to
Yeah.
have. So those things, and the shunya drinks, those are also very good.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh, Sugar-free juices you get. So I
Hmm.
keep those also sometimes. Mostly at first festivals, when you want to have something special at home. So those things are nice to have at home.
Yeah. So your stock is ready with healthier options.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes, yes, makes sense.
Yeah,
So I'll just
and
take a
also,
few. Yeah, sorry,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Please
Yeah,
go on.
please continue.
No, I was just saying. I also try to make him, get involved in things other than eating. What we do in festivals. Like,
Hmm.
don't stop from meeting your friends. Go out. Have fun. Like, go out somewhere. Get together with your friends. That is also so important, no, for festivals.
Yeah.
So, and when you're with your close friends, they understand that you are
Hmm.
not going to eat everything that comes in front of you, and they also try to be very supportive. He's got some very good supportive friends, so they know now that he's got restrictions, so they have fun in other ways. They will go on bike rides, they will go to see movies together. He does not lose out on that fun.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that is good. He has like a good support group or people who give him emotional support, because that is also absolutely needed
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you have something like this,
yeah,
24/7 on your back, on your mind.
I
That
know.
does help a lot.
Yes,
Yeah. Also, I think that is very good because in general, if you go out or if you go out to meet your relatives, it's festival time. Everyone will definitely offer you food full of calories, extra sugar,
Yeah.
sweets. Yeah, and I think we have this mentality that it's festivals, chalta hai, या फिर you have a good news, chalta hai, celebrate kar lo, party karte hai,
True.
and I
Everything
think
revolves
sweets are
around food.
easily available. Like just it's like everyone keeps it ready nowadays somehow, in their fridge, in their cupboard, in their shelves.
Yes, absolutely. So, like, there's temptation at every corner. You have
Yeah,
to dodge everything.
actually. And you very respectfully also have to tell them that, no, of course they might offer it out of love and care, but
True,
that's ultimately going to harm you. So
true,
you
true.
try to, again, it's a balancing act,
Yeah.
like telling them no.
Yes. Yes. Some of my close friends and our close relatives, now they have, now that they know the situation, they call me beforehand and they ask me like, what should we make? So that there is most of the stuff he will be able to eat. So if that happens, then it is very nice, and I can tell them like, you make these things. So then it's okay. Like, he doesn't have to avoid most of the stuff. And then if he has something, a small amount of sweet from the whole thing, it's okay. But the rest of the stuff he can eat. So that becomes very helpful when somebody asks you beforehand
Yeah.
uh, as to what they can make for you. And that is nice, nice of you. Very
Yeah.
thoughtful. Yeah.
Very thoughtful, and it's like they're educating themselves for you, so
Hmm.
that is also a really good thing, like they'll
Yes.
also understand the benefits and everything
Yeah.
of it.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes. So I'm just going through the comment section.
Okay.
Let's see if we have any questions.
Okay.
Sonali is saying that hello Anu, you're a wonderful cook, hoping for some super recipes from you. So like I said, please do share your recipes with us.
Okay.
Pinky ji is asking any brand for buying sweets for Diwali. Something like Artichini or Magic Leaf Stevia. Are these goods? Have you used it?
I have tried one called Kilo Beaters.
Okay.
They do some nice stuff, and Artinsi, which you said, they also do nice things. Yeah, they have some
Okay.
nice sweets. Yes, and
Okay.
recently, I don't know whether if you're in Pune,
Hmm.
Chitare has also started doing sugar-free Kaju Katli,
Oh,
and
okay.
and I bought it during Ganpati festival, and it
Hmm.
was wonderful. I have eaten it myself, so you can try that out also. I think they use sugar free. They don't use stevia. I'm not sure whether, but it was very good. It was very good, and Devashish ate it, and he it did not spike his sugar. So I was very happy that somebody like Chitare is going into taking the effort to do this.
Yeah,
I
huge
have
step for a brand, for a traditional brand that too.
Yes, yes, yes. And the other ones I said is kilometers and
Hmm.
artency. These
Okay.
two I've tried.
Okay. Krishnan is asking, how do you take care of daily protein requirements, particularly as he is into exercising? So how does like Devashish like take care of his daily protein requirements?
He goes to the gym. He started going to gym recently, so he's having some. He takes some whey protein. We have
Okay.
got one. I can't actually tell you the brand right now because I don't remember the name. But maybe I can share it later on our group with
Yeah, yeah.
everybody. Hmm. So he's taking that whey protein, and other than whey protein, if you are talking about food, like I said, he has a lot of chicken in his diet and eggs. These are the two main protein sources that are very high. He eats high quantities of these two things. I want him to eat sprouts also, but he hates sprouts. So I don't know how to make him eat sprouts, but he just refuses to eat sprouts of any kind. So ठीक है, the chicken works for him. So
Yeah.
yeah, so mainly chicken, sometimes tofu and
Hmm.
paneer, and what did I say? Sometimes I use soya chunks also, but
Okay.
so these are the food, and eggs. Eggs are like my staple. We
Yeah.
cannot live without eggs. Every morning, like at night when I sleep, I have to remind myself: are there eggs in the home now?
Hmm.
Am I not out of that? So in the morning, I have to have eggs in the house. So
Yeah.
that's his main protein source. Yes.
Okay. And I think most of it would be either like cooked or, like baked or boiled, right? Or
Huh.
cooked in like less amount of oil.
Yes, just on a skillet, I'm pan fried with a little amount of oil, and eggs also sometimes boiled, or sometimes we make an omelette. Uh, so whatever he likes. Eggs, I'm not too fussy about. Whatever way he likes it, he can have it. Chicken, I normally have it in the tandoor form. We have it in a tandoor form, or I just stir fry it at home, and then we have some vegetables also along with that.
With it to go.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. So
And
even
soups.
yeah,
Hmm.
sorry. Please
Soups
continue.
also. He likes to have soups also. So
Okay,
sometimes I make a lot of soup also for him.
that is good. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Even I take a lot of boiled eggs and I just like to sprinkle a black pepper or chaat masala on
Uh,
it, like works very best. I hate
yes.
the yolk part, but okay, I try to
Huh.
eat it.
You
The
don't
chaat
like the
masala makes it
part?
tasty. No, I kind of hate the yolk part, but I have to eat at least one,
Okay.
so that helps.
Right.
Pooja is asking, how do you take care if we consume unhealthy food?
Hmm. Yeah, sometimes it does happen. You do eat the. He also eats some when he goes out
Yeah.
with friends. He eats sometimes. But then, I just tell him, make sure you check your sugar levels exactly 2 hours after what you have eaten. Don't neglect that part. You can eat sometimes, but check it and see that you have just kept your sugars in place. Otherwise, it's okay. Like once in a while, if you eat something, hota hi hai. Now he's 22 years
Yeah,
old,
I know.
and it is the time of his life when he doesn't want to actually bother about all these things, but he has to take care of it. But hota hai. If you eat healthy, you just get back on the wagon again and keep
Hmm.
eating healthy. Unhealthy छोड़ के वापस आओ and start eating healthy again. What else can you
Yeah.
do? Na?
Exactly, yeah. The only solution is, I think, having cheat days and making sure that, eat it in like a certain portion. Find out with trial and error what works for you, the
Yeah.
quantity and your sugars. And like you said, just make sure you're checking your sugars before and after
Correct.
if you're going to consume anything high carb,
Hmm.
and accordingly adjust your doses. In that way you get to eat. Also, you're guilt free while you're doing it, and you know that your sugars are going to be okay. So,
Yes.
you get to live your life at the end of the day.
Yeah. Like I always tell him, like when you're at home, try to follow a strict routine, because at home everything is controlled and you can do it. So once in a while, if you go out and have something, it will not you won't be too bothered with it. Like
Mhm.
once in 15 days, if you are going out with friends and you eat something, so it's okay then. But at home, when you can control everything, you should take care of yourself as much as possible.
Makes
So
sense, yeah.
yeah, even he has a very long day outside. Mostly he's outside the house the whole day. He leaves at
Mhm.
around 9 o'clock and has to travel 20 kilometers to MIT College Loni every day, one way.
Oh, okay.
Uh, so he
Yeah.
carries his snack dabba and his lunch box with him, and he has a few protein bars also. That is another brand that I could recommend actually. They do very good protein bars.
Hmm.
It's called AFU, APHEW, AFU.
Okay.
So they have nice protein bars. They're sugar free, totally sugar free.
Mhm.
So he carries a couple of those also, because he comes back at around 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
So most of the day he's outside, but
Hmm.
he manages with his two dabbas and his extra snacks like that.
Yeah. Makes sense. Even I used to carry around 4 or 5 tiffins to school. Like I said,
Yes.
a small dabba of like dry fruits and chapati. Like my mom used to give me these puffs, murmure,
Huh.
uh, like just she used to like just fry it in 2 spoons of oil and add like mirchi powder and chaat masala and salt to it, and that was like my snack.
Yeah.
So yeah. Pinky G has suggested a few, I think, brands. It's Adore Low, Shunya, like you said, Zevik for chocolates, and
Mm.
Ditch the Guilds for chocolates as well.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Pooja ji is asking, my doc suggested protein powder for managing protein intake. Should I continue?
I think you should. I'm not like an expert on this, but like I said, Devashish is taking our protein powder currently.
Hmm.
Um, you should actually try out something and see how it works for you. I feel everybody will react differently to different things. So just read the labels of what you're taking and
Hmm.
check it out. Maybe you should first buy a very small uh, container
Portion.
portion
Yeah.
and then check what works for you.
Yeah, with trial and error, I think. And if it's
Ah,
possible, maybe you can first try like Devashish does, eating just paneer, tofu,
ah,
soy chunks, or like chicken if you're eating chicken. And
yeah.
if that doesn't work, maybe then you can switch out to protein powder, I guess. Of course,
Yes.
with your doc's suggestion again.
Yeah, yeah. I think the doctors would, if the doctor has suggested, maybe the doctor only can come up with some good brand recommendation
Yeah,
also.
help you
Right?
guide through that as well. Yes.
Yes.
Pinkesh is asking, Artichini laddu has a good amount of carbs and it says it has ghee. So how would one bolus for that?
Okay. I think
Okay,
Ashlesha, you
so
might be able to answer that better than me.
yeah, I'll try because I've never have had those laddus. But I feel if you're doing carb counting, then you'll have to adjust it accordingly. I don't know what your ratio is of your insulin and the carbs, how it works for you. So definitely, I think you can. I think either ask on the group people who very rigorously do carb counting and adjust their boluses. They might be able to help you out.
Okay, Rakhi is asking which protein bars, no?
Huh.
So I like I said, the brand is called Afu. Mm,
I think we'll have to create a whole list of like
huh,
all the links and for your
yes,
recipes and products and then share it.
yes, that's correct. Afu protein bars.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nupur has typed that out. Yes.
And the other one is kilometers. Uh,
Kilometers. Okay.
kilometers. Yes.
Okay. Snehal is asking, what options of chicken do you eat? Would love to try your recipes.
I normally buy just raw chicken from fresh raw chicken from my local outlet, and when I bring it home, I marinate it with whatever spices that like we want that day. Like sometimes it's tandoori masala, sometimes it's salt and pepper chicken also. So whatever different thing, like whatever the mood is for that day, but mostly it's tandoori masala, I would say.
Okay.
I marinate it with a little bit of yogurt and some maybe salt, pepper, chili powder, and I keep it in the fridge. I marinate a large quantity, like half a kg. I will marinate in one go, and then we'll use it like as and how we need it.
Okay. Yeah. So that saves a lot of time and also it's easier to
Ah,
do if he wants to eat.
yeah, and
Okay.
then I usually do it in the oven or I pan fry it,
Okay. So
and
basically
along with
like
that.
grilling, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Very small quantity of oil required, and
Hmm.
pan fry it and have it with a nice salad,
Hmm.
fresh salad. So that makes a good meal. That makes a very
Yeah.
good meal.
Yeah, tandoor pyaz tastes really good with that combination.
And maybe a little bit of chaat masala and lemon
Hmm.
juice and all, and it becomes very interesting then. Yes, that's correct. Kilometers and Afu are the two. I'm trying to think which other brands I normally use.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah. For ice creams, there's Getaway. I think many people know about that brand also.
Yeah, yeah. I think they were in Shark Tank India and they've recently started it in Pune as well, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
They are on Zomato and Swiggy.
Hmm.
So you can order through Zomato and Swiggy also.
Okay.
On Shark Tank, there was that other brand also. They do breads, high protein bread. Uh, God, my memory is really gone. Uh, I buy it so often and I still can't remember the name. But they do this high protein bread, which is also good. The you can actually feel that the bread, when you eat it, it's very light. So I buy that. I'll just check. I'll have to come back with the name of that one.
Yeah, yeah, sure. So Pinkish is asking any snack options that don't need insulin and can be carried to school? Anything other than eggs and paneer?
Hmm. That would be mostly dry snacks like chana or something, maybe.
Hmm. Yeah, or like I think there are nowadays like jawar puffs, natsni puffs and stuff like that available as well. So you can just sprinkle a bit of chaat masala on it. But other than that, I think most of the things that we eat or consume would you would be needing insulin, to adjust that. Snehal is saying you can try roasted almonds or chana. Yeah. Even
Yes.
makhana, I think makhana is also a good option, and you get those like it's available in various flavors at all the big stores or even small ones.
Hmm.
So I guess you can try makhana.
Yeah. Roasted almonds, chana. Correct. Even zero carb food will make
Yeah,
you unless it's a
actually, yeah, because I mean it's food at the end of the day. It's going to be
correct.
converted into glucose. So
Correct. Correct. Correct.
okay, are there any questions left, or would anyone like to come on camera and share their tips and tricks? How do you guys, manage your festival times or your travels and trips, when you're eating out? We'll wait for a minute. I think people might come or ask questions.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rohan. Would you like to come online and share your tips? No, I think.
There's another brand I just remembered. It's called
Hmm.
Baked Darzi. That has also become quite popular. They do very good almond flour bread, small
Okay.
pizza bases, totally made
Hmm.
with almond flour. So
Okay.
you can actually make a pizza from that.
Okay.
So I buy those also sometimes, and they are like mini pizzas, very small, not the
Okay.
huge shop bought ones. So
Okay. Okay.
that is another one. Baked Darzi, it's called.
Oh, okay. So actually, I think only we are allowed to be on camera and audience cannot come. But yeah, no worries. You guys can share it in the comments section. Your tips, your tricks, or if you have any more questions. Anyone.
What are you guys?
Okay. Nupur is asking, what are you guys going to be making or eating for Diwali? So yeah, Anupama, any new recipes you're going to try?
Like I said, I've got this sprouted flakes, new thing that I've found. Sprouted flakes chura. I'm going to make that this time. This is the first time I'm trying that out. Other
Hmm.
than that, I will be making some whole wheat laddus, definitely.
Oh, okay.
Uh, so half I will make with stevia or monk fruit sweetener, and the rest
Hmm.
I'll make for the with jaggery.
Okay.
And otherwise, no, mostly it's chuda. That chuda is fortunately, in my household, like we don't need too many sweets. We are mostly
Hmm.
into savory stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so as long as I have a good chuda at hand, everybody's happy.
Yeah, I think Chivoda and Chakli makes up for everything else. It's okay to miss on other things, but like you cannot miss on Chivoda and Chakli.
Yeah, yeah. Who's going to be
Uh,
munching on kaju? Okay, Rohan is going to be munching on kaju. I made
yeah,
some low.
Snehal has suggested a few chocolate brands, like for ice creams and stuff. For chocolate, she's saying it's Zevik. For ice creams, Getaway, Noto,
Yeah.
Brooklyn Creamery, Amul. Have More is also saying, and no sugar juices.
Okay.
Okay, Tropicana
Tropicana
is
also
sugar.
does sugar free. That is a good this thing discovery for
Hmm.
me. I have not
Okay.
yet seen Tropicana sugar free anywhere.
Yeah, same because even I think I don't drink that much of sugar, like syrup. I mean, drinks
Hmm.
or juices. So even I had no idea that they're doing. Okay.
Correct.
Nupur is saying she made some low carb coconut laddus. Oh yeah, they had a potluck picnic today in Pune.
Yes. I missed that actually. Sorry, Nupur, couldn't make it today.
Yes, Usha ji is saying, how about fresh coconut barfi at home with less amount of sugar or jaggery, I think.
Hmm. Yeah, why not? As long as you control the portion, I think it's fine. Because it's
Yeah,
sometimes
and
it's very difficult to make sweets with artificial sweeteners.
mm-hmm.
So I think using less amount of jaggery or less amount of sugar sometimes works better, and then you eat in control. So that also works better
Yeah,
sometimes. Yeah.
the taste might change, of course, definitely if you're
Ah,
gonna replace the ingredients, but at least you'll get an healthy option out of it.
yes. Yes. Yeah, we would definitely like to know Nupu's coconut laddu
Yes.
recipe.
Everyone, guys, if you have any recipes, low carb recipes, healthy snack options, please do share it on the group and on our app as well or our Facebook group. I'm sure everyone would definitely appreciate these recipes.
Look up laddus, yes, many options.
Okay, last chance, guys. Do you have? Does anyone have anything to share? Okay,
House.
Mohit is asking, how safe are sugar-free sweets readily available in the market?
Hmm. Yeah, that's a very good question. Even I always have my doubts about what is available in
Mhm.
the market and how safe it actually is. So I try to not buy it very often. Like
Mhm.
on a regular basis, I don't. This is only for like festival times when you must have some options available. That's why I said I try only the ones that I know Chitare is doing some good stuff. So I bought that. Other than that, even I have the same doubts about sugar free. How much you are consuming, you never know how much sugar free sweetener you are consuming and whether it's actually doing you any good. So I would
Yeah.
say, yeah, if it can be kept only for special occasions and festivals, I think that's better.
Hmm.
According to me.
Yeah, I think we all are skeptical kind of it since now we have started reading the labels. So yeah,
Yes.
you never know. You cannot even be sure if the preservatives and stuff that they
Yeah.
use is it really useful or healthy for you. So it's
Yes.
better try to make your own sweets at home with lesser amount of sugar or swap it out with other healthy options for sugar or
Yes.
if you're going to consume like you have no other option so just make sure you're eating it in portions and checking your sugars like monitoring your sugars while you do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Rakesh is asking any cake options.
Cake options. I have not actually ordered cake from anyone till
Hmm.
date. I usually make my own almond flour cake at home. Small chocolate cakes I usually make. But if you're looking for like celebration cakes,
Hmm.
I don't have actually any recommendation for that. But I think there are some people who do have ordered, if I'm not mistaken, cake. Uh, have you? Do you have any
No,
recommendation?
so like you get the fresh creams one. I have it what they sell it in the stores.
Yeah.
If you're going to take, buy a cake from home bakers, maybe you can ask them to, make it less sweet or add
Mhm.
less chocolate, or if they can use dark chocolate instead of, the regular cocoa powder and that chocolate, so that can be a healthier option.
Yes. Yes, I have once ordered from a friend, and because she's a friend. I asked her specifically to make it according to my needs. So I told her don't use any maida, use whole wheat, and put jaggery, very little amount of jaggery, no white sugar, absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
because it was like my husband's birthday that day, and we wanted a cake at home. So I
Mm-hmm.
said just do whatever you can to cut out all the things that I'm telling you and put in other good things in it. So she managed
Yeah.
it. Yeah, she managed it. So that was one good option. She has a brand name called Joe's Baking Delights. If you can
Okay.
add that, yeah. She is in Pune. Her name is
Okay.
Jyoti Valia, and
Okay.
she can customize a cake for you.
Okay. Yeah, see, so I mean, Anupama definitely has to share all of these links and names. But yeah, Raki, just make sure if you're going to buy it from someone other than a store or bakery, you can ask them to customize it according to your needs, you know. Mohit is saying Anjir, Khajur, Kaju Katli, dry fruits, laddu, etc. available without sweetener.
Okay.
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 Yeah, Leigh Flemington in Pune makes like you can order keto cakes from them, and Nupura shared Joe's Baking Delights as well.
Ha,
So I think you
yes.
have two options right here. You can try
Yes.
them out. Okay,
One,
Mohit is asking why homely made sugar-free cakes and or sweets gets fungus very soon. Any tip to increase its shelf life?
you can keep them in the refrigerator, that's better. Sometimes I keep laddus in the fridge very often because if the weather is hot, it's not suitable for
Yeah,
for it to kept. I just keep it in the fridge, and whenever we want something, we microwave it for like 10 seconds, and it
hmm.
becomes fresh again,
Yeah,
like it's freshly made. It tastes like that. So yeah, fridge works. That's the easiest way I think to increase the shelf life of
hmm.
any sweet. Yeah, because it has milk, or if it has stuff like milk in it, it is going to get spoiled very quickly.
Yeah,
Even
actually,
coconut stuff
yeah,
that is made with coconut will spoil. Even the
yeah, especially,
refrigeration doesn't work. But I'll try again. Okay.
yeah. I just remembered my sister also makes this like mug cakes. Instead of like
Huh.
any flour, she uses oats powder.
Huh.
So that is kind of a like healthy swap for your regular flour. If you guys don't want to try almond flour or other stuff, you can give it a try. I'll definitely share the recipe as well. So you can make
Yes.
like small cupcakes, and instead of sugar or jaggery, she adds dark chocolate, like small bars or small bites of dark chocolates, like yeah. So that is kind of tasty and healthier option.
Yeah,
And plus,
actually.
I know it's safe because she's making it at home for me and it's
Correct.
freshly made. So
Correct.
that helps.
Correct. Correct. Yeah. All my mom's love goes to it. Oh dear.
Okay,
So,
Nupara suggested a few sweetener options. She says stevia, erythritol, and monk fruit. All are available on Amazon easily. So I think, yeah, if anyone wants to try, you guys can definitely order it online.
yes.
And do share your experiences on the group, on the Facebook group, WhatsApp groups. And if you have any questions, just ask away on the group as well. I'm sure anyone who has tried it or experienced it would definitely share their feedback with you. Okay, so I think we can wrap up. I don't see any more questions or tips or anything in the comment section. So, yes, a huge thank you to Anupama for coming online, giving us her time, and sharing her valuable insights with us. And also, who were present today, and everyone who replied in the comment section have shared your experiences, asked the question. Thank you so much for being present. And yeah, over to Anupama. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Ashlesha. I really, really enjoyed this session today. Um, yeah, there's a lot to share, and I'm so happy that so many people have participated in the chats also and comments. It was a great session. Thank you very much, and all of you have a great Diwali and enjoy the festival of lights with lots of lights at home, and yeah, have fun. It was great. Please always share any good ideas that you have on our group here on Facebook, the Diabetes Support Network here, or on our WhatsApp group also. Yeah. Looking forward to any recipes, any good recipes that any of you have. Thank you. Happy
Yeah.
Diwali.
Thank you so much and happy Diwali to everyone in advance. And thank you so much, Anupama, once again. And I must say, you're doing a very good job with your son and his diagnosis and his management. That's very helpful from someone who's personally been through it and has had a support system. I really appreciate, how you're taking care of everyone, especially your son being I mean, a teenager, a young adult right now. I understand how difficult that would have been or is right now as well.
Yeah, thank you, Ashlesha.